Ladies and gentlemen, we proudly present you the new podcast from Cutman to Cutman. Thank you for your support. We hope you like it and wish you good entertainment.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our very first show from Sea to Sea. I thought for a long time about creating a show just for us Cutwomen and Cutmen. But for a long time I asked myself, who should I actually interview first? My wife gave me the answer and she said to me, just interview your absolute favorite Cutman that you know. And so today I would like to welcome Mr. Ian Jumbo Johnson to our show from Sea to Sea. Let's celebrate him with a thunderous applause. Today here with me in the show, Mr. Ian Jumbo Johnson. How you like me now,
Good
dude?
Thank you. Thank you for the introduction, and please thank your wife. I feel lucky and honoured to be the first person on.
Yeah, that's really nice. We waited a long time for that now. And hopefully the next time we can do it live, but the software I have actually is not working so well. So I just have to train a little bit to get more practice in that. So if you like, you can introduce yourself for maybe the people which don't know you, maybe.
So my name's other people around the boxing world know me as Joe. I'm 65 next week. My birthday, 65 next week.
Oh,
so
wow.
around a few years. I've been in the box just on 30 years, and I believe it's the best thing I ever done. I love what I do. I love getting up early. I love training people. I love working the fights. But most of all, I love to see people come from the grassroots and go through and fulfill their dreams. Even if it's only a white collar show, I'd train them, let them go and do it. You know, some of these white collar shows now treat the fighters like they're professional superstars, and they love it.
Yeah, nice. We met in Liverpool. That was 2019, right?
That's correct. 5 years.
I still have the T-shirt you gave to me as a present. It's still unwashed. Nice. That was a great event. I liked it. It was very, very cool.
I was back there a few weeks ago, actually, at the same venue. Yeah.
Oh, nice. That was amazing. Liverpool is a great city. I never imagined that it's so nice. It was wonderful. It was spontaneously we were called because one of the opponents was ill or sick. I don't know what happened there. And so we went there for the main fight. It was a really, really nice event also. It was beautiful.
It's a lovely city, Liverpool. It honestly is. Just to get that out of the way. It's a lovely city, and they've done a lot of work around the Albert Docks. There's some lovely shops, some nice restaurants on Liverpool One. So all in all, they've done that city good, and it's a very lovely. I like going to Liverpool.
Yeah, it's really nice, But if you give me the chance, I never asked you that question. How did you start in boxing, and who was your mentor?
Well, I started in boxing, probably 32, 33 years ago. I was late in life, but I used to go down and help at a amateur club. But before that, going back even further, I was at an amateur club, but I was just not disciplined. I didn't abide by what they said, and every time I went back on a Monday to be weighed, I'd put on weight. You know, I wasn't true and dedicated. That's why I wish I had been, because I don't know. You never know what would have happened. And then I helped at my local amateur club down the road, and one of the trainers said, "You're not good enough. You're not listening to me." And we had a few words, and he was a bit rude. So I went away, and I wanted to prove him wrong, and I stuck with what I was doing, and onwards and upwards. And my mentor was the late great Cutman for Superstars, and that was Al Gavin from Bethpage, New York.
Yeah, I know his son. Also.
Yeah, and also I'm still talking with his son. I'm actually going to ring him this week. So yeah.
Give him my best regards. We didn't talk for a long time. It's a very long time ago now. Yeah, it's a very long time. Unfortunately, his dad passed too early. That was really, really rough for the boxing scene also. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, sad. A lovely, lovely man, and in my opinion, was a legend. And if they can put people like Rocky Balboa in the Hall of Fame, they can definitely put someone, Al Gavin from Bethpage, New York, into the Hall of Fame. Recognise these people.
Absolute correct. Yeah, that's amazing. Have you always been Cutman and trainer, or what else have you done before?
No, when I first started, I started with Matchroom, driving and doing like bits at the show, and then I really wanted to get my license, so I went ahead, took the exam. Then they took me on Matchroom as a cutman that would help foreign fighters when they come over with maybe just a trainer or no trainer sometimes. And I started with Matchroom with John Wishusen, who's not there now. He left a few years back, but he's still in the boxing game at another promoter. And yeah, he gave me the chance, and onwards and upwards.
Okay. When was that exactly? In which year? Can you remember?
Not 6.
That was.
But before that, I was in the boxing game with the amateurs for a few years. So yeah,
the timeline was interrupted by the microphone. Maybe can you repeat it, please?
I said 1996 was when I first started work.
Okay.
And stuff with the amateurs before that.
Okay. How are things with your wife when you're always traveling around? How's your wife feeling about that?
Do you know what? Anyone who's in the boxing game has to feel they've got to have a strong person behind them, because you've travelled.
Yeah.
And I feel very blessed and lucky to have my wife, because she understands that it's my job as well as a hobby. I'm lucky to sit ringside and watch these shows close and personal. And she loves what I do. So, you know, at the end of the day, we benefit from it. And she's very, very good, I've got to say. I couldn't do it without her. She's very supportive.
Yeah, I must say that about my wife also. It's a beautiful woman. She is the same situation here like you have. Yeah, it's nice. You need a strong person behind your back if you are working in that business. Absolutely, yeah. One situation: you go to the bakery in the morning time to buy some stuff, and the day before was a boxing match on TV, and the people recognize you and say, "Hey, I saw you on TV." How you handle that situation?
Do you know what? It's funny because people do see me, and they do, but it's really weird because going back a few years, someone in my local town was walking up the road. They looked at me and smiled, walked past me, didn't think nothing more of it. And then they came back, tapped me on the shoulder. This light's getting in the way. I do apologise, everybody. And said, "I know you." And I went, "Yeah, I've lived in this town all my life." They went, No. You were on telly. I never knew we'd have someone from on telly doing the boxing. Congratulations. And, you know, I thought, well, obviously now people are seeing me, and it's something that I've got to deal with. It doesn't bother me. I'm a person. I'm nobody special. I'm just a gentleman who does cuts. I could be a solicitor. I could be a doctor. I could be anybody. But, you know, when you get seen on TV, it's one of the things you have to cope with. But it doesn't bother me. It's nothing, mate.
Okay. Do you have a boxer you like especially the best? Is there some idols in boxing that you like best? Maybe from the past or in the situation now?
I used to like reading and watching things about Sugar Ray Robinson.
Okay.
I really did. And I've watched some bits, and I've got more bits to watch on downloading. Yeah, nowadays, I'm not just saying it because I'm Cutman for Shane McQuiggan, but Caroline Dubois and Adam Azim, Ellie Scottney, some of the people he's got there are very talented, lovely boxers. There's other good boxers out there, but around them a lot more. If I was going to look outside the stable of Shane's fighters, I like the young kid that Eddie Lamb used to have, and a fella called Dennis McCann.
Okay, nice. That is so interesting because people mostly don't know if you work for some guys, which is your favorite idol. And so, if you will ask me, I would have a problem because if I would say Rocky Balboa is not a real fighter, but I like that movies because it was my youth. You know, I was very young, and so that was my beginning of boxing, for example. That was my interest then, and yeah, but it's long time ago. So
I'm lucky to have the pleasure to have worked with Mickey Ward when he was over here to fight Shane.
Oh, okay.
Not as a Cutman, but I got invited out there to go and see Mickey and his brother Dickie, and I went to watch 2 of the Gatti fights up there, and he was a what? Arturo Gatti was another fantastic boxer, and he taken too early in his life. But yeah, they're basically.
So I don't know if you know that, but I was the founder of the ICA and the WCA. Now I'm without any association behind my back. But you are more in the background. You are just do your job. You're very calm, very relaxed, very quiet. So is that the way you like, that stay rather quiet in the background?
Yeah, I mean, if you watch the fight, when the fighters come to the ring, unless they ask me, I normally say, right, lads, I'll see you in the... I don't need to walk out with a fighter. It's not about me, it's about a fighter. So I normally go and stand on the apron. I am a calm person in the ring, because if you show any nerves or anxiety and panic when they get a cut, it's going to make them feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I just do what I do. Slow the flow or stop it. You keep them in the game. They go on to win. Survive. You've done your job.
Yeah, absolutely. So, do you had ever a situation like a commotion during a fight or at the end of a fight? And how did you handle that situation if you ever had one?
No, I really don't get involved in that, because I'm only the cut man. Any difficulties or words exchanged is normally dealt with by the trainer or the second in command. I'm just there to do one job. There has been confrontations, but it's nothing to do with me. I'm not into that. I don't need that.
So, comparing now to the situation in the bakery, maybe, how do the fans treat you? Is it pleasant for you when people recognize you, and maybe when they even ask for an autograph like that?
Listen, people ask for autographs and photos, and it makes me feel good. I'm happy with that. It's nice, but it's what it is. If you're even really anyone special, like I say, I'm no one special. So I deal with it the best I can, which is be pleasant, shake your hand, have a picture. How do I get one of your T-shirts? Send me your address on here. I'll get you a T-shirt. Get it sorted out. I do that. If you were someone like Tyson Fury or Usyk, you got a lot more pressure under you then, because every single person should know you, or 9 out of 10.
Yeah, that's maybe for you. It's a bigger problem than for me, because I'm not working so much like you do. But from time to time, when I'm traveling, some people may think I'm another one, but I'm not so popular worldwide as a cutman like other guys like you or Stitch Duran or some other guys. So, but the show is named From Sea to Sea, and many of us would maybe know which interest or which situations do we handle like this. So, when you are traveling, what materials you take with you, and when you travel, did you ever have problems when you're entering other countries by the border?
I've never had any troubles going in or out of any country, because all my stuff that I take, my adrenaline, my swabs, my gauze, my bandages, tape, my end iron, my scissors, ice pack, everything like that. Everything goes in the underneath of the plane. and I don't carry anything through. And I've never had no problem. I always had the right documentation and everything.
Yeah. When we talk about treatment, if you have, for example, if you have very bad swelling in the face over the eye of a fighter, and his field of vision is now going lost, how do you treat a swelling like that?
If the swelling is simple, did you see the fight the other week? Last week, Lauren Price and Jesse McCaskill.
Unfortunately not. I was working in the garden, as you know.
So there was a clash of heads. The eye swelled and eventually it shut. Obviously, you've got to go careful with any eye injuries, especially underneath on the orbital. If you start putting the end iron on and they wince or go, 9 times out of 10, I will just put an ice pack on it then, simply because there could be an orbital fracture underneath.
Oh.
And if there is, you putting pressure and pushing it will only make it worse.
Yeah, absolutely. That's my
normal
opinion.
eye can be dealt with an end iron, but anything that you touch and they really complain about it, it could be an orbital socket.
Okay. Have you ever saw a situation like when they had an hematoma and they put it to the side? Did you ever saw a situation like that? And what do you think about that?
I've had lumps underneath and you take it away. You know, you've got to do it every round, and it's only going to get worse unless you can really keep it under control. They happen, especially on the bone under the eye here as well, when you have to push it away and out, always away from the eye. It does happen.
My experience is like if you push it away, it's getting worse and worse. So, but it's very interesting how other people treat situations like that, because we are here for that situations to talk about it. Maybe because we are doing this show from Cutman to Cutman to get some other experience.
Different.
Yeah. That's the thing. We are here. So, which kind of medication do you use for severe bleedings? Do you use adrenaline?
The only medication in Great Britain, England, Scotland, Wales, Ireland is adrenaline, 1,000 to 1. So
yes,
adrenaline to 1,000 drops of water. That's the only medication, and Vaseline we can use. Pressure on the cut, ice pack on the back of the neck to slow the blood, because the central nervous system runs from the back of the neck.
Yes.
So you slow it down with the cold, and then hopefully the adrenaline can get in and start to work. So 2 or 3 rounds, you could have it stopped.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a very good thing. So, how is it in the legality? Is it legal to use adrenaline as a regular guy? So, if you're not a doctor in Great Britain, can you use adrenaline with maybe if you have overwatched by a doctor or something like that?
We used to have a company here called First Aid for Sport, and what you used to do, phone them up, give them your badge number, they would look it up on the computer and they would send it to you. You know, you have to have someone who can store it, has the right equipment to store it. But now we get it from the board. So the boxing board give it to us. They used to give it to us before, and then they took it away, and now they brought it back. So if you need adrenaline, you go to the board. There has been a shortage since COVID. For some reason, there's been a shortage of adrenaline. You can still get it, but not as much as you used to. It used to be there. Now it's not so much.
Okay.
But still,
Okay. Another question which would be interesting for me: if you are in a very important fight, or doesn't matter which kind of fight, and your fighter is getting lost, he lost the fight. Do you say anything to him? Is it like depends on the situation, or do you say something? Are you working not only as a trainer, also as a psychologist, maybe?
No, I'm not a media psychologist. You having a laugh or what? I ain't no. All I would say to them is when they get back to the dressing room, I'd say, if it was a close decision, you know, I could say, listen, that was unlucky. You know, you only lost by a round. You know, don't be down on yourself. Or if it's a bad decision, you know, I could say something along the lines of, look, we all know that was a bad. That's unfortunate. But if they're in a good fight and they've lost by 4 or 5 rounds, I just say to them, listen, you give your all, and it wasn't enough on the night. The better person won. So, go back out there, work hard, come back.
Absolutely.
Really, the trainer's the only one who should do that. But everyone in the team would make a nice comment and make them feel better. If you see someone upset, you stay away until they look a little more calmer and ready to talk.
Yeah. I told you 1 or 2 years ago that the paying for a Cutman in Germany is very lousy. They don't pay good money, and if they pay at all. So how is the situation in Great Britain? Is it a good pay, or is it more like a hobby? What is it?
No, and listen, if you're a professional Cutman or professional trainer, physio, chiropractor, conditioner, you get paid. Now, when I first started, I did have a few fighters knock me and say, well, I'm just going to go get me money, I'll come and pay you. They go and get the money and go home. They didn't pay me. So, I talked to the fighters and I trained them and I said, look, I'll give you a price. You tell me if you accept it, and if you do, then who do I invoice for the payment? The trainer or the fighter? Because sometimes the trainers are also their manager, so they give the money. If they don't, then I invoice the fighter, and the fighter will pay it into my business account.
If you are invited for a boxing match and everything what we talked before, the money is good, everything is fine, the contract is good. So maybe if you're traveling to a place, is the cost of the traveling included if you go somewhere, and the hotel maybe, or?
Yeah. If I travel somewhere and I'm working for a promoter, my room for the night or 2 nights, depending how long you're there, is covered, and my fuel's covered, and you get breakfast, which is like your room and your breakfast in the morning, and then they give you like 30 or 40 pounds to get another couple of meals a day. So everything's covered.
Have you experienced by hemostatic agents? They have like little sponges, put it in the cut, in the wounds. Most of the Cutmen maybe working on boxing events don't know maybe the rules that just adrenaline is allowed sometimes. But I see somewhere if it's allowed, they use hemostatic agents on the cut. These are mostly from plants-based, or it is hemostatic agents from polysaccharides. It's from potato starch. But have you ever used stuff like that, and what do you think about that?
No, never used it, never come across it. I'm not really interested. I'll do my job with what I got. I don't even know what some of these things are, Michael. I won't look into it in case I think, oh, that's nice. I might be tempted, and you are, and then you get found out and you're done for cheating, or you're done and lose the fight, get him disqualified. So I just stick with me 1,000 to 1 adrenaline, my pressure with the swab, my cotton buds with the cotton wool on the end. I don't use the sponges because the sponges, the little sponge ones, suck up so much adrenaline. When you put it in the eye, it can come out so quickly, you waste adrenaline. So I just use cotton buds with some cotton wool on the end, or some gauze, and that's enough for me.
Okay, nice. By the way, what was your worst cut you have to deal with?
God, we're going back a few years. I've only ever had one fight stopped, and that was at Wolverhampton Civic Hall in the Midlands. It was a WBF middleweight title between a Hungarian guy called Joseph Matocci and a local guy called Marcus Portman. Now, Marcus Portman was about 6'2", and Matocci was about 5'10". Bashed heads, and there was a little cut like a wishbone, and then he come back to the corner, no problem, dealt with it, went out again, bashed heads again, and it split right the eyebrow, and the eyebrow dropped. When he come back, I put the pressure on it and plugged it, took the pressure off to put the stick in, and it spurted. It got a vein. So I held it And I believe Ian John Lewis was the referee. I just looked over to the ref, waved him over, let him have a look at it, and he called it off. That's the only one, because it had a blood vessel and it was just pumping.
Oh, more horrifying. Yeah.
16 internal stitches and 16 external stitches.
Oh, wow. What do you say to boxers if they know they have a cut and you're working? When they say, is it worse? Is it worse? What do you answer them?
I say, leave it to me. I've got it under control. Because 9 times out of 10, they come back and they go, like you just said, is it bad? No, it's not bad. Let's deal with it. I'm not going to say, oh, yeah, it's terrible. This could get stopped. You know, can you imagine that job? But no, I just say it's under control. I've got it. Give me, I'll stop it with 2 or 3 rounds and you'll be all right. And you deal with it that way. And I'll tell you something funny. They get punched on the nose, punched on the jaw, boshed in the stomach. You open a cut on their eye and put an adrenaline stick on and put a bit of pressure and they go, oh, God, that hurts. And you think, craziness. You get punched in the nose and you put a little cotton wool press on it and they go, oh, that hurts. You know, make me laugh.
Yeah, people sometimes, from time to time, I have also some boxers or fighters which ask stupid questions maybe between the rounds, but that is the situation, and the adrenaline is pumping also in the blood system. They are mostly, they think just if the fights get stopped or not. That's the only anxiety they have there. Yeah, but I think that in the next interview we do together. Most people maybe don't know that we do the show together. We shared that on Facebook, on YouTube. If you have any other idea, we'll share that also there. So I think it's a good combination that we do that together. And maybe if you can write that under the comments from anywhere you are. If you're a Cutman or Cutwoman, we interview both. We like to interview both because women's in business are very, I know, so great Cutwoman in business. It's Tammy Morgan, for example. She was in Athens at the ICA Hand Wrapping Championships 2018, I guess. Yeah, it was 2018. And we met the first time in person. But last time when we created the trailer for this show, you said something very special, and that we want not only to interview very popular Cutmen, so we are planning to interview the Cutmen which some people don't know. Can you say something for that also, please? Yeah,
listen, people have come to me, and it's really strange because some of the top Cutmen won't give out their help, won't give like little details and that, you know. So they come to me and say, I'll try and 2 or 3 Cutmen. They won't tell me anything. I said, what do you want to know? I'll help them. Because at the end of the day, I know I might be in this game another 10 years, 15, I don't know. But if I can teach someone and learn someone the right way, and they go on to do what I'm doing, half of what I'm doing, or even better me, then I've done a good job because I've got someone good, reliable, and calm and collective at what they do. So I'm not scared of giving up anything, you know?
Absolutely. Can you remember Liverpool when I asked you if it's allowed in Great Britain to put adrenaline in the Vaseline?
Yeah.
Yeah, can you remember? And you were asking all the commissioners, and then you came back after 1 hour and said, it's allowed, it's okay. Yeah, because I thought nobody is doing that in Great Britain, maybe, putting adrenaline in the Vaseline.
I asked one person, and they said, yes, it was. And then after that, I asked another person the next day, and they said no, it wasn't. It was illegal.
Oh.
So obviously, someone on the board who told me it's legal. Someone said it wasn't legal. And from what I understand, isn't legal to put Vaseline and adrenaline together.
So it was good that we lost the fight, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Because I've never used it like that, you see, so I wouldn't have a clue. It doesn't, you know.
Okay, so here in Germany, somebody never complained about that. It was, it's no rules. Nowhere is standing that adrenaline Vaseline is illegal. is not
Yeah.
in the rules here.
No. I asked one person, and the next day I asked someone else about it. They believed it was illegal, but I've not seen anything written down, so I just go with it's illegal.
Jumbo, tell us something about yourself that no one else knows about you.
Something a lot of people don't know about me. I am not a preacher of religion, but I have my own faith, and I do go to church, and I have someone in the church called Archbishop Costas Evangelou, and if I ever want to talk or I go to church, I'll go to his church in Edmonton. It's the ACC, Apostolic Christian Church, and I go when I can, not as regular as I like to. I do have beliefs and faiths of some sort. I'm not one who says to you, no, this scripture. No, I would never push it on, but I have my own beliefs.
Yeah, nice. It's important for anybody that you have beliefs. So it doesn't matter if you're Christian, Muslim, I don't care, because if you're religious, you're a good person. That's my opinion about that. Yeah. If somebody would ask me what is the biggest thing in life, or what are the rules, I said, just watch the 10 rules of the Bible. It's the best choice you can have in your life, because it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. So we are now 40 minutes in chat. That's awesome.
Yeah.
We planned about 20 or 30 minutes. Now it's 40 minutes. And I can't say enough that I'm absolutely blessed. I'm honored that you are on our very first show here from Cutman to Cutman. Hopefully the other guys enjoyed it also. If you like to see the next show, we are announcing it at Facebook and somewhere else, maybe other platforms that maybe Jumbo uses. So next time we're doing interviews with 3 persons or 4 or 5. We will see what happens next. But if you like that video and you're on YouTube now or on Facebook, please give us a thumb up and maybe subscribe our channel at YouTube. Maybe that would be awesome also. Yeah,
let's see if some people will send their names in, because we know people, but we don't know all the smaller guys. I know some of the smaller Cutmen, and so it would be nice that if you put your name forward, we'll get to you eventually. We're going to do maybe another one who's quite known or not so well known, but we also have people that maybe have only and need advice, because we can give advice on here as well.
Yeah, of course, yes. And we will see who's next. We're gonna see. So, Jumbo, thank you so much for being with me here in that interview. You did a great job. Thank you so much. Hopefully we'll see us back very soon. It will be amazing. And the last word is to you. You can say whatever you want.
Okay, I'd like to say to you, thank you very much for inviting me on this. But 5 years being a man and a good friend, and we touched and discussed all boxing. Thank you, and say God bless you. Stay blessed. Please, anybody else out there interested, drop us a line. Let's see what we can do for you.
Okay, that's the best for the end, and hopefully you will have a good night and a great day tomorrow. I wish you all the best, Ian, and see you back soon. Take care. Have a good time. Stay healthy.
Thank you, sir. To watch the Yankees right now.
Yeah, that's something that the other ones don't know of us, that we are both playing baseball.
Massive baseball fans. The Yankees are at Minnesota playing the second game of a 2-game series, and then they go to play Chicago. So turn the MLB.com on and watch the Yankees at Minnesota.
Yeah. And nobody is expecting the guy from Germany and from Great Britain watching baseball games.
Baseball fans, aren't we?
Yeah, nice. So maybe if I visit you in Great Britain one day, we can go to a game if you like. Or we are meeting at somewhere in the US and go together.
Yeah, listen, some of the baseball teams come over here in June. This year, you've got the Philadelphia Phillies
Wow.
playing 2 games
Wow.
against New York Mets at West Ham's football club at the London Stadium.
What? On the football field, on the soccer field?
Yeah, they've redesigned the soccer field. It's good. It's a big stadium.
Okay, but the original distance is not there.
It's the stadium they had the Olympics at in 2012, so it's massive. So it's good. The Yankees and Red Sox played there about 4 years ago, just before COVID, and I went and watched. It was good.
Send me the date. I come over.
Okay, we'll see what date we got, and we'll get something going.
Okay, nice. Word.
God bless. Good. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you, Ian. Have a good time.
Take care.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.